This is Heather Weiner, publisher of WholeFoodsMagazine. Our goal is always to inform and educate. With that in mind, I hope you enjoy this educational podcast.
This podcast is brought to you by the Gluten Intolerance Group's GFCO certification program. Found on more than 50,000 products worldwide, the GFCO certification label is the most sought-after and trusted logo for gluten-free consumers. Find out more about our program and how you can add the Circle GF logo to your packaging by going to www.gfco.org.
Hi, I'm Lori Peterson, editor of Whole Foods Magazine, and welcome to The Natural View. This is our new podcast that we will be bringing you at least once a month, possibly more often, where we talk about all the developments in the industry. Sometimes we'll bring on people to talk with us. Sometimes it'll be me or someone else from our staff. And we just wrapped the March issue, which is the largest issue of the year. So let me just say, it's full of exciting statistics about what's happening in the industry right now. And I'm going to share with you a little sneak peek that we have calculated that natural organic sales grew by 5.2% in 2017 and are now representing 12.21% of U.S. food store sales. We get that exclusively from Jage Kobowitz and his Retail Insights universe. He calls it the retail universe. And meanwhile, 11.5 billion of that is represented by independent natural health stores that are all over the country. We had a record number of turnouts. We had a record number of respondents this year, and you'll get to see all the results in the March issue or on WholeFoodsMagazine.com. So we're getting ready for Expo West, and I bet you are too. We'll be out in Anaheim, arriving on March 8th, and we will be there until late Saturday night. Our booth number is 3926. If you want to drop by and say hi, we have a tote bag with lots of goodies from our friends for you to take with you, as well as an extra issue of the magazine so you can share the survey with your colleagues. What's new this year at Expo West is Climate Day on March 7th and a CBD summit for everyone who wants to learn more about CBD oil and the state of the regulations and all of that. I am looking forward to seeing John Forker and Jen Garner from Once Upon a Farm. They're the Friday keynote speakers, and I had the opportunity to chat with John 2 months ago, and he said that they are introducing lots of new products, and they're choosing to do it at independent retailers. So they recognize the value of the little guy who's local and an influence in the community. But let's back up a little bit. It wouldn't be a week if Amazon were not in the news, and the latest is that Amazon finally announced that it is going to offer 2-hour shipping for free to its Amazon Prime members in Austin, Dallas, Virginia Beach, and Cincinnati. It's not just packaged goods. It will also be click and pick, where someone is going up and down the aisles and picking produce and fresh foods and meats. It represents the first time that Amazon has gone beyond its packaged good services for Whole Foods. It's been doing gangbusters, selling 365 private label products for Whole Foods. The price will be free, like I said, if it's $35 or more. 60-minute delivery will cost an extra $7.99. They will tack on a tip, so you have to watch that. But right now, an estimated 90 million people are subscribing to Amazon Prime. So this is really important to watch because when it kicks in, if they master the delivery of the fresh produce, which there's no reason to suspect that they won't at some point, you're looking at competition in a big way. Because while people may want to do the right thing or the better thing for their local retailer, the temptation to just sit back and have your kombucha and salad delivered to your door is pretty compelling for a large portion of the population. Also in the news this week, Hain Celestial, which has been trying to sell itself for over a year now, reported its quarterly earnings and net sales were up 5%, but the U.S. sales fell 3%. So the 5% really was a result of the 12% international growth, but taken down by the U.S. sales plummet. The stock fell as the earnings failed to meet Wall Street estimates. And once again, CEO Irwin Simon said that they are looking to spin off the fresh poultry business. If he says it any louder, I don't know how much more of a hint he can give to the market that he's trying to divest that. They also plan to double down on e-commerce and expect to double or triple their e-commerce sales this year, which are currently running at about $80 million. So that's the latest with Hain. You know, they put themselves in the position of getting too big, so big that they can't find someone to buy them. So time will tell. Thanks again for joining us at The Natural View. I'd like to thank Antland Productions for some assistance pulling together this first podcast. And I look forward to seeing you at Expo West and chatting with you on future editions. For Whole Foods Magazine, this is Lori Peterson. Over and out.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please visit WholeFoodsMagazine.com today and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. Get breaking news, new products, and podcasts delivered in real time to your favorite listening device.
This podcast is brought to you by the Gluten Intolerance Group's GFCO certification program. Found on more than 50,000 products worldwide, the GFCO certification label is the most sought-after and trusted logo for gluten-free consumers. Find out more about our program and how you can add the Circle GF logo to your packaging by going to www.gfco.org.